Welcome back, and here's what you will see in today's episode.
Check this out. I really want to crank it.
Okay, let's begin.
Now lads, so a little bit of an update on where we are on the project. So I have the seats cleaned, dried, ready to be fitted. Just need to touch up paint on the seats. But anyway, they're ready to go. I still have to clean all the plastics. As you can see, they're manky. That's all needs to be cleaned. What else? Okay, so the headliner. The headliner, as you can see, I have a roll here that is a new headliner. The material for it, I was trying to get it as close as I can to the original. I think that's fairly close. Glue is here. What else? Oh yes. Oh yeah. Okay. So I finished gluing the taillight. It actually looks shit in the camera. Obviously that still needs a little bit of work, but overall I'm very happy. The residue did what it's supposed to. It filled the hole of the crack on the light. I don't know, do you see it here or not? There you go, that's the crack, but it's actually filled, so it's watertight, which is brilliant. Saves me from buying a new light. What else? I think that's it. I think that's it for the moment. Still shitloads of work, but I'll get there. I'll get there. Check this out. Jesus, this is bad. Eaten. Oh, you may ask, how am I gonna fix it? We'll see. Now that's all filled in. I wait for it to dry, then we will sand it, and then I'm gonna put a epoxy filler on it. Then I'll sand it again and we'll see. Okay, so first sanding is done. It's looking very promising. Jesus, that's really tough. Okay. Wow. Okay, that is impressive. Jesus. Well, hats down. Fair play. Okay. Can't say anything more. It's impressive. Look at that. That is solid. That is so solid. Okay, it's time to tackle the window again. Even though it's not leaking, it still needs a new seal. So the plan is I'm gonna strip the whatever is here, sand it all down, and then fill it in with the window sealer. I'm not too worried about these because I'll be sanding it down anyway. What this is, that silver stuff, is a zinc spray. So it's only for protection. It's not for the aesthetics. Okay. Sand it. Also sand it. Remove the hole. It's all filled in. Okay. We're slowly getting where we're supposed to be. Fresh oil, fuel filter, rotator filter, and what this was that? Oh yeah, that's the oil filter. I still don't have the air filter because the lads didn't have it in the shop, but I'll be getting it in a few days. And obviously the most important part is the new power. Okay, the pros and cons of prawns and cons? Prawns and cons? Prawns?
Yeah.
Prawns and cons, okay. Of starting the car now. Prawns, I will start it.
Cons?
Cons, may break it. Oh, Jesus. Decisions. all decisions. The excitement level that I feel right now, it will be comparing to, I don't know, passing my driving license. I really want to start it. Really want to start. Wrong size key. Okay. Now, if anyone is ever working on a restoration project and he doesn't know the car that he's working with, I would really highly recommend not to start the car until you drain the oil, drain the fuel, and so on and so on. But because I know the car very well, I know the owner of the car, I'm feeling comfortable of starting it without doing anything more. All I want to do is just crank it, see if it's running. If it's running, happy days. I have the new filters, new oils, I have everything. I just want to crank it to see if it cranks.
Do you have the keys?
Well, you have a light.
Is that a moment of truth?
Yep. I need to get the... I have my sports seat. Do I need this?
Oh, okay.
Hold on, the pump is running.
Yeah, it is on. Okay.
Oh! For those who are wondering, show me that. That's the actual mileage of the car. $93,914 miles. In kilometers, you're looking at 150,000, maybe tops. It's not cranking. Oh, I think I know what that is. Okay, so the problem with this car was the immobilizer unit on the central local. So I'm assuming this is it. Leave it. It didn't start.
Aww. Happy time. Enzo. Enzo. You leave those stones alone. It's a stone. It's a stone.
Okay, so the other thing that could cause the unit not to start is I have so many things disconnected while I was stripping the car, so there's a big chance I've disconnected something that it tells it not to start.
You broke it.
I broke it, I fix it.
Look at your dog.
The horn is working. Okay, we'll figure it out. I'll have a chat with the other chap and see what could be the issue. It's usually something stupid. Something really stupid that causes.
No spark.
No, the what you call it, starter motor is not running. There's a chance that the starter motor is gone. Or the gear. Oh, I think I know the problem. Yeah, okay. So I think I know the problem. I think the problem is the selector on automatic transmission. So common issue for Land Rovers is what it's called YXZ switch. So what they do is they corrode over time, and what lads usually do, they replace them with a new one, but I think there's a way of fixing the one that is on it at the moment, so we're going to attempt to do that, but we're going to do that when the whole thing is going to be put back together. So what I'm going to plan to do is over the coming weeks, fucking takes weeks, over the coming weeks I'm going to try to put all the interior back in, well, most of it, and once the interior is in, I will change the oil, change the filters. I will tackle the issue with the YXZ. I can't remember what it's called, but the selector on the automatic gearbox, and I'll take it out, clean it, and put it back together. We'll see, maybe that would be the issue. If not, I'm sure it's something simple. It's usually something simple that is breaking on them, especially that I know that this car was running. I remember driving that car years ago. Not much happened over the years. Anyways, we'll take it from there. For now, thank you all very much for watching the video. I can't promise you that I'm gonna put next one anytime soon, because there's a lot of things happening over the next couple of weeks, so I won't have time to work on the discovery. What I'm gonna try to do, I might do like little shorts of what's happening here and there. I am turning 40 in 2 weeks time, so yeah, you can imagine. Anyways, guys, again, thank you very much, all of you, for watching the video. I know they're not exciting as some of the other ones, but look, this is life. Anyway, see you on the next one.